Hey, good morning, sir.
Okay. I think is everybody joined? Power BI different, and in Power BI we have a different tools. Okay. In Power BI we have a different tools. Okay. Let me share my screen. In Power BI we have a different tools. Okay. Let's say first one is the first and foremost is important one is Power BI desktop, as we know. Can you mute? Can you mute who is not talking? Paresh, I guess. Kishore, I think Koripalli something. Can you please mute Kishore, please? Thank you. Yeah. So, so in Power BI we have a different tools. So so the most important thing is Power BI desktop. This is one of the tool, and second one is Power BI service. Power BI. So Power BI is a total reporting tool, but in that we have a different tools. Okay. One is Power BI desktop, and another one is Power BI service. And third one is data gateway. Power BI data gateway. And so report server we have, but we don't use the report server. That's the old one. So, but let me write it down. But you don't need to worry about this report server. That is not important. That is the old one actually. Power BI report server. Report server is the old one. That is which is not on, which is not cloud. Okay. And then Power BI mobile app. Power BI mobile. And then sixth one is Power BI report builder. Report builder. Okay. So let me explain one by one what is what. Okay. And then first one is Power BI desktop. As you know, as you guys know, right? What is Power BI desktop? Can anybody tell at least one line what is Power BI desktop?
It is a interface, sir.
Sorry?
Where we can work. It is an interface where we can work on the desktop, which will configure shape of any clients or anything. It is the user. We are this is one type of application which you have to use and which has to run the application which everything there. Even data.
Okay, I didn't understand, but so so user can use this Power BI desktop.
User can't use it, so we can use it.
Okay.
Client or users can't use. We are the application developer can use it. But the end user can't use it.
Okay, that's correct. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, and but actual thing you didn't say that. So it is so where we can do where we can get the data and we can develop the reports. Okay, I will share the notepad which I have prepared. Okay, so that you will have a reference. Okay, yesterday and day before yesterday we have discussed. Now I'll share those information to you guys. Just refer it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So let's talk about the Power BI desktop. So Power BI desktop. So as I said, like it is a standalone tool. Standalone tool which you can install. You can install. You can install in your machine in your machine, and you can use it for developing the data models. Okay, developing the data model and report. So Power BI Desktop is mainly used for that to create a reports, right? That is the most important thing, to create a reports. So using Power BI Desktop, in Power BI Desktop, using Power BI Desktop. So what you do? So you develop the data model. You develop the data model. So when I say developing, when I say data model, data model, so we have to perform the ETL operations. Okay, so using Power BI Desktop, we develop the reports. Okay, we develop the reports. So when I say data model, when I say data model, we need to perform the ETL operations. So ETL means extract, transform,
Load.
yeah, and load. Loading, you can say. Okay, transform and loading. Okay. So, but ETL concept I will explain you later. So, what is mean by ETL? But let's talk about all this about important options. Okay, when it comes to ETL, then I will explain. It's a simple, but ETL is a big concept. But I'll explain you very briefly. Like what is the ETL? Okay? And the second one is Power BI service. Power BI service. So the role of Power BI service is Power BI services. Power BI services. It is a web. Okay, it is a web. Sorry, it is a cloud. It is a cloud web interface. Okay, cloud web interface. Let me. Okay, I showed you right yesterday. Okay, let me log in once again. So where you can see all the in Internet Explorer. If you search for app.powerbi.com, there you can see, right. Did you remember that? So I just opened the app.powerbi. I just typed in Google and app.powerbi.com. There you can see the Power BI home screen, right? Power BI. That is called Power BI service. Okay, let me show you once again. So it is a, let it open that. Okay, it is a cloud web interface. It is a cloud web interface which we use for interacting the interacting the interacting the reports okay, interacting the reports and develop the dashboards. Okay, reports and dashboard, there is a difference. Okay, do not confuse. Okay, report and dashboards. So you will create reports in Power BI Desktop and you will create dashboards in Power BI service. Okay, remember guys, you will create reports in Power BI Desktop and you will create dashboards in Power BI service. So you cannot create dashboards. You cannot create dashboards in Power BI Desktop. Okay. Okay. Let me make you clear once again. So you can't create. You can create dashboards in Power BI Desktop. Okay. Okay. So develop the dashboards. Okay. You develop the dashboards in Power BI service. Okay. Power BI is a cloud web interface which we use for interacting the reports and developing the dashboards and also sharing the reports and dashboards. So we can share these reports in Power BI service. Okay, but we cannot share these reports in Power BI Desktop because once you develop the report, okay, let me open that. I show you the system, then it will be easy. this one is Power BI desktop. And if I open Internet Explorer, say Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge, see, I'm just typing app.powerbi.com. Okay, app.powerbi.com. Then Power BI service will open. So it will ask the username and password. See, this is my client name. So Westcon is my client. Okay, I'm just opening and I will give the password. Then it will open the Power BI service. So for you guys also same. When you join a company, so you need to, if you need to access the Power BI service, you just need to have the license. Okay, you just need to have the pro license at least. That is the basic one. So with the free license, you cannot use the Power BI service. But so with the pro license, so that is a basic license to access the Power BI service. Okay, so to access the Power BI service, you need to have a pro license. If you go here in the profile, you can see that. See, this is the license type is pro license. Can you guys see? So pro license is the minimum requirement to access the Power BI service. So this is the, so as I said, this is the cloud interface, web cloud interface. Web cloud, this is Power BI service screen. Okay, first whenever you open the report, so it will, sorry, whenever you open the Power BI service, you can see this screen. This is the home screen. Okay, this is the home screen and this is the Power BI screen. Okay, as I said, Power BI. So Power BI service, the Power BI service is, it is a cloud web interface which we use for interacting the reports and developing the dashboards and sharing the reports and dashboards. Okay, this is the use of Power BI service. And also there are so many other options also we do, like for example, maintaining the gateways and everything. Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so and also like sharing the dashboards and admin controls. Okay, admin controls. So many things we do here. Admin controls, mobile dashboards, and then mobile dashboards. What are the other options we have? Mobile dashboards, and so many, like there are so many things we can do, like email subscription, like okay, there are so many other functionalities we can do in Power BI service. That is why Power BI desktop and Power BI service is the most important components, I can say, important tools in Power BI. Okay, so as a Power BI developer, you have to have a knowledge on Power BI desktop as well as Power BI service. So if you are putting 3 years of experience, you must know like what we do in Power BI service and what we do Power BI desktop. So that is a mandatory. Okay, that is a mandatory. Okay, so Power BI service, Power BI service is web interface tool. It means a SaaS application. SaaS application means is a software as a service. Okay, so it is a SaaS application. So SaaS means software as the service. Software as service. Okay. So for Power BI service, for this to use Power BI service, you don't need to install anything. Okay. So did I install anything? So I just go here. Okay, I just go here and I just typed it. app.powerbi.com. Okay. So that's it. Then it will open the. After that it will ask your username and password, and then you just open the report. Open the Power BI service. That's it. You don't need to install anything. Okay. You don't need to install anything. You just need to have. You just need a browser, and then you need Power BI. As I said, Power BI credentials. Okay, Power BI username and password. That's it. Then you can open it. Okay. So as I said, like Power BI services and so many other options. As I said, like Power BI service. Power BI service, we use viewing the data, viewing the reports, filtering the data, okay, filtering the data, and also create a dashboards. Once again, I'm saying dashboards, okay, dashboards. And so these dashboards and all you can share within your organization, or else you can share these dashboards outside of organization also. So that is also we have, okay. So these and also you can do email subscription. I will tell you what is email subscription, but let me tell you briefly. So email subscription means I think I have already explained yesterday or day before yesterday. So for example, we create a report and we publish to the Power BI service, okay, and then as I said, they don't want to open the laptop and they don't want to open they don't want to go to the Power BI service and they don't want to see their reports in Power BI service. So what they need is whenever they see their email, okay, they want to the report has to be in their email ID, their email inbox. So for that, what we need to do, we need to implement the email subscription. So if we implement the email subscription, what it will do. So there we can maintain all the required email IDs who need this report, and then we can schedule this email subscription, at what time that report needs to go. Okay. Once we schedule that report, then every day at the same time it will go there. It will this email go with the report to their respective email IDs. So that is the use of email subscription. Okay. In interview also it will definitely ask this. Okay. Interview also they will ask you definitely what is the email subscription. Have you implemented the email subscription? Okay. And then alerts. Alerts means whenever the data is report is failed or refresh is failed, then the alerts need to go to the developers. Okay. So that is the use of alerts. Okay. So these are all tasks we do in Power BI service. Okay. అర్థమైందా? క్లియరా? What is Power BI desktop and what is Power BI service? Tell me, Vikrant. Yeah.
Email subscriptions lo we added to the project we are doing. దీనిలో మనం మోడిఫికేషన్ చేసిన ఫర్దర్ మనం ఏ మోడిఫికేషన్ చేసినా రిపోర్ట్ which we have created already in dashboard, in Power BI, and updates మొత్తం మనకి ఈమెయిల్ ఉన్న పర్సన్స్ అందరికీ వస్తుందా? My question is
update
any changes in the project which you have done. అది మనం ఈమెయిల్ సబ్స్క్రిప్షన్ లో అప్డేట్ గా వస్తుందా? which we
yeah, for example today you have created report and you published to the Power BI service and you created an email subscription. Okay, you implemented the email subscription, and the next day you might have you will do some changes in the existing report. Okay, existing report, or you add some fields and all. Yes, definitely, because what the email subscription will do is every day the refresh will be happen, right? Every day refresh will happen, and what you do, for example, if you want to do some changes, then what you need to do, you need to come to the Power BI desktop, right? Not in Power BI service, because Power BI service is mainly used for the user perspective. Okay, as a developer, if you want to do the changes in a report which you have already developed, so you just need to open the report in Power BI desktop, do the changes and publish to the Power BI service. That is the process. Okay, because if you are directly doing in Power BI service, that is not the best practice. Because for example here I open this report. Okay, I open this report. So I develop this report. Okay, I develop this report and publish to the Power BI service. Okay, and next day they said that there are user said that they need some changes. and let me show you where this report is. For example, here, okay, self-service. This is one workspace. Okay, so these are all. See, these are all the workspaces. Okay, these are all the workspaces. But I will tell you like different roles we have in workspaces. I will tell you that also when it comes to the Power BI service. Okay, so so for each department, for each area, for example, sales area, we will create one workspace, and for finance area we will create one workspace, and for other like what we can okay, sales and marketing. So for each area or department we call it as, so we will create a new workspace. Also all the respective reports will be available in there in the particular workspace. Okay, so that it will be easy to find out the reports, right? For example, if you put all the reports in one workspace, you need to find out, right? See, for example, this one is only dedicated to the vendors. Okay, this is the vendor report information. So there we have a different vendors. Okay, Checkpoint is a different vendor, Extreme is a different vendor, FI is a different vendor, Juniper and Cisco. These are the different vendors we have. Okay, so what I'm saying is like, see, for example, I have published it. This is the Extreme vendor, right? See, this is the Extreme vendor. I have developed the report and I published to the Power BI service. Okay, when I open the report, it will be the same. Okay, the same information, you can see it. Okay, same information. This is the first page and second page, third page, fourth page, fifth page. Okay. For example, they asked me do some changes in this report. Okay, what I will do, I will not do the changes, because most of the functionalities, the developer functionalities will not be available here in Power BI service. So that is the reason. See, even though if I do the changes, even though if I do edit, so you cannot see so many options which we have in Power BI desktop. For example, see these are all the options will not have in Power BI service. See, can you see that? No, right? Are you able to see these options in Power BI service? See, this is Power BI service and this is Power BI desktop. Any confusion? Clear, right? See, that is the reason I am saying. So most of the functionalities will not be available in Power BI service. See, Power BI service is mostly why we use is like, so as I said, like you can share you can create the dashboards, because you cannot create the dashboards in Power BI desktop. That is the reason you have to create a dashboards in Power BI service. So that is the one best function. Important functionality. And then what you do, you can view the report, you can filter the report. Okay, you can filter the report here. Like for example here, so I can filter the report. So these are the different level filters we have, right? So I can filter the report. Here I have made 2021. Let's say I want to filter 2022 or 2020. I can do that. See, based on that, the data will display. But most of the other functionalities will not be available as we have in Power BI desktop. I just wanted to make you guys clear. So that is the reason I'm saying. So as Vikrant asked, so if there are any changes which is asked by the user, so you need to come to the Power BI desktop. You just come to the Power BI desktop, do the changes. Okay, you do changes here, and then you click on publish. Okay, you click on publish here. Once you publish it, so it will ask the pop-up to which workspace you need to publish it, because I need to publish to the same workspace only, because what I am doing is I am doing the changes in the existing report only, right? I have not created a new report. Okay, I just do the changes in the existing report. So that is the reason it will need to be go to the same destination. Okay, same destination or same workspace. When I select this, okay, it will ask the pop-up. See, because I have already published to the workspace, right? So you already have a data set named Extreme in Power BI. Replacing this data set may impact one report. What is that one report? This is the one report, that is Extreme one report. Yes, because we need to have the changes which we made, right? So that is the reason you just need to click on replace. So that what it will do, whatever the changes you have done in Power BI desktop, those changes will be available in the Power BI service in the same report. Okay, and the same changes will be available in email subscription also once we implement the email subscription. So that is the one-time activity. You don't need to implement every day the email subscription. So what you do, you just implement the email subscription and you maintain the email address. But you can change the email subscription settings. Like for example, today I have added Vikrant, Harish, and Sanjeev, Kishore, Pawan, and everybody. Okay, and user says that, and the business user say that, okay, let's please add another guys, Rajesh or XYZ. Okay, then you can do that. That is also possible. But whatever the changes you have done in Power BI Desktop, and after that you publish to the Power BI service, the new changes will be available in the email subscription in the next day. But the thing is, you have to do the changes before the email subscription time. Okay, for example, I have implemented the email subscription. I said that, so every day 10 o'clock, the report needs to go to the respective email IDs. Let's say you have some changes and you do some changes, that changes needs to be published before 10 o'clock only. Otherwise, the changes will not be available in the email ID of today's email. That's correct, right? Understand, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. సర్వీస్ లో డిస్కస్ సర్వీస్ లో మినిమం చేంజెస్ కూడా మనం ఏం చేయలేమా?
Yeah, minimum changes you can do. For example, see, let me. So this is in edit mode, right? For example, I want to change the font size here. Okay, I want to change this total booking amount, this font size here. The properties you can change it. Minimum changes, yes, you can do that. For example, if I go to the title, okay, if I want to increase the date, font size. So now it is 12. So let's make it in 13 or 15. Okay, can you do the change? Right, you can do that. And after that, just need to click on save. We just need to click on save. I'm not saving because this is a production report. So this is a real time only. So do not confuse, like we are taking the training and how it will be in the real time. Okay, so this everything will be the same. I'm already showing in my client environment only. So it will be the same only. Okay, it will be the same only. Okay, minimum changes you can do that. But the thing is, like, see, for example, you do the changes here, okay, and you saved it, and then next day there are some big changes which are not possible in major changes which are not possible in Power BI service. What you need to do, you need to come to the Power BI desktop, and then if you forgot to change the same font name here, then it will override with this font name only. This font name you cannot change, because what you are doing is you are replacing the existing report with the new changes, right? Arthamainda? Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Always the best practice is, if you want to do the changes, any changes in the existing report, please go to the Power BI desktop and open the report in Power BI desktop and do the changes and publish it. Okay, that is the best practice. So if you do as I said, like, if you do the changes in Power BI series directly, and today it is fine, you saved it and that is fine. But next day, like for example, in couple of weeks, user said that there are some changes which are required, then that is not possible in Power BI service. Then you have to go to the Power BI desktop only, right? So you just need to do the Power BI desktop and you publish it. And while publishing, you forgot to change this font size which you have done in Power BI service. So then it will replace with the Power BI desktop changes only. It will not exist in the Power BI service which you have done. So this is fine. Total booking amount, that is a title. Okay, you can do it. But if you do some major changes, let's say you do the 5 or 6 changes in Power BI service and you saved it, and after that you do the major changes in Power BI desktop, and if you publish it, what are the 5 or 6 changes which you have made, you will definitely forget, right? Because there will be different reports and you might have working on it. So that is the reason you always go to the Power BI desktop and do the changes and publish to the Power BI service. క్లియర్ అయినంత వరకు ఏమైనా డౌటా?
డెస్క్టాప్ అనేది మీరు వర్చువల్ లో ఓపెన్ చేశారు కదా?
సరే,
డెస్క్టాప్ సర్వీసెస్ అనేది డిఫరెంట్ వర్చువల్ లో ఓపెన్ చేశారు కదా మీరు?
ఇది నేను because see, for client, see, this is a CVD environment. CVD means virtual desktop. So because we are not in the company environment, right? So we are not in the company environment, and also we are not using any VPN. So that is the reason they will provide a CVD. CVD means virtual desktop. Okay, virtual desktop means in their company environment there will be a dedicated desktop, and we are accessing that desktop because that desktop is their environment. to access the desktop, we need a virtual desktop information. We need a virtual desktop. To access the virtual desktop, we just need to have the username and password, the email ID and password of the companies. For example, see here, I have connected to the, let me disconnect, okay. So in real time also, definitely it will be like this only. Disconnect, okay, I'm doing the disconnect. Now, so this is the Citrix receiver, okay. This is the Citrix receiver. They will install you in your system. See, Citrix receiver, that is a Westcon group, okay, Westcon group. So click on Citrix receiver, then it will ask the username and password. Everything they will provide you, so you don't need to worry about that. The username and password, everything they will provide you, and then they will guide you. Like, but as because you will go with the three years experience, you just need to understand like how we need to log in, okay. But they will provide you the documentation, like what are the details you need to enter, okay. So you just need to click on Citrix receiver, okay. You just need to and before that, so in every company there will be a different software they use, okay. For this we are using Pulse Secure as a we call when we can consider as a VPN, okay. Pulse Secure, there will be different, okay. For other things, like there will be a Cisco VPNs and other things, right. I think Kishore, you might know, right?
Only ask you open in virtual desktop both service and desktop in virtual only, or you open it
No, yeah. In both I opened in virtual only. So I will open once again, okay. I opened both in, because I cannot access this their company environment, the company information in without virtual desktop, okay, virtual desktop. Because see, even if I open here, I cannot access. This is not a virtual one, right? So this is I installed in my local computer, but I cannot access the company information, right? I cannot access the company data. To access the company data, we need to log in the virtual information, virtual desktop, or to access the company information, right? So that is the reason we need to have virtual desktop information. So I'll just click on this one. Then it will ask this. It will download the Citrix receiver, and then this is their desktop, okay, where they have put their desktop in their company environment, okay. So the Westcon is the US client, so in their office there must be this desktop, there must be the desktop, virtual desktop, and I'm accessing this in my computer by using their credentials. See, if you see here, so if I click on home, then this is not a virtual desktop, and if I go here, this is a virtual desktop environment. So Kishore, I opened the desktop also in virtual only, and I opened Power BI service also in virtual desktop only. Clear? Huh?
Actually, okay, we have to make changes in desktop. It will be not available to access in service, right?
Sorry?
So when VPN is active, internet won't work, right?
Sorry?
When VPN is active, internet won't work, right?
No, it will work, because earlier it was like that, but nowadays everybody is providing. See, I connected and I can open Google and everything. See, I can open Google, YouTube and everything. But depends on the restrictions, like depends on the company to company. Yeah, depends on the company to company. For example, in TCS, like there will be some restrictions. I cannot open a channel, but I can open the Google and everything. That is possible.
I'm aware of the TCS thing. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, it is possible. Yeah, Kishore, what is your question?
Desktop and service differences, right?
Yeah,
we can add edit on desktop. We can edit on service.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, you can do the small changes in Power BI service, but that is not best practice, I'm saying. సో ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ యూ ద డిఫరెన్స్ ఆల్సో. నేను తెలుగులో చెప్తా ఒక నిమిషం, ఓకే. నువ్వు ఏం చేస్తావు అంటే, ఇక్కడ టోటల్ బుకింగ్ అమౌంట్ అనేది నువ్వు చేంజ్ చేసినావు, ఓకే. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ టోటల్ బుకింగ్ అమౌంట్ అనే ఫాంట్ సైజ్ ఇక్కడ చేంజ్ చేసావు. ఇది సర్వీస్, నీకు తెలుసు అప్పుడే డిఫరెన్స్ తెలియాలి. సో నేను గూగుల్ ఓపెన్ చేసినానంటే, గూగుల్ మైక్రోసాఫ్ట్ ఎడ్జ్ గూగుల్ ఓపెన్, దట్ ఈస్ పవర్ BI సర్వీస్, ఓకే. డిఫరెన్స్ కూడా తెలిసిపోతుంది. పవర్ BI డెస్క్టాప్ ది సింబల్ ఇలా ఉంటుంది, పవర్ BI డెస్క్టాప్ సింబల్, okay. The dot symbol that should be in yellow color, okay. And I opened this in Google Chrome, because I open the report, that is the reason. So because the same report I have opened, right, whichever I have opened the report in desktop, the same report I have opened here. Okay, so what I am saying is నేను చేంజెస్ ఏవైతే చేంజెస్ చేస్తున్నానో, మేజర్ చేంజెస్ కానీ మేజర్ చేంజెస్ ఎనీవే ఇట్ ఇస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్. ఓకే, మేజర్ చేంజెస్ ఏవైతే చేస్తున్నాను, మైనర్ చేంజెస్ ఏవైతే చేస్తున్నానో, లైక్ చేంజింగ్ ద టైటిల్స్ అండ్ ఆల్, చేంజింగ్ ద టైటిల్ నెంబర్, టైటిల్ ఫాంట్ సైజ్ అండ్ ఆల్. సో నువ్వు ఇక్కడ చేసినావు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇక్కడ చేసి సేవ్ చేసినావు. ఓకే, ఇక్కడ చేసి సేవ్ చేసినావు. టుడే నువ్వు సేవ్ చేసిన తర్వాత అండ్ దెన్ రేపు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కొన్ని చేంజెస్ చేశాడు, కొన్ని చేంజెస్ అడిగాడు యూజర్, మేజర్ చేంజెస్. ఓకే, మేజర్ చేంజెస్ అంటే ఆ చేంజెస్ ఇక్కడ పాసిబుల్ కాదు. ఓకే, ఆ చేంజెస్ ఇక్కడ పాసిబుల్ కాదు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, సో ఐ వాంట్ టు యాడ్, okay, I want to add a new column. Okay, I want to add a new column. That is not possible here. Okay, see where can you see the new column option? No, right? Even though if you click on this Eclipse although you cannot see that option. I want to add a new column, so I added the new column and I forgot to change this total booking amount which I have done here. Okay, the same font size I forgot to maintain, because if you are forgetting that those changes, and if you publish it, and if you come to the home and if you publish it, the new column will be available. The new column will be available in Power BI service which you have created. But the total booking amount font size will be this font size only. Here we meant to 24 and here it is a 12. Okay, here it is a 12. For example, if I go here, see here it is 12. So the font size will be 12 only, because you forgot to change the same font size here to make it 24. Then it will be available here. Let's say this is one example. If you change, like as I said, like 4 or 5 changes, okay, different times and different reports, and if you forgot to maintain the same changes in Power BI desktop, then the changes will not be available in Power BI service. Okay, it will override the existing report. Okay, it will override the existing report. That's what it is saying, right? It is replacing the, okay, it is, don't say, okay, I don't want to say, it is replacing the existing report. Okay, అర్థమైందా? Clear, Kishore? Like otherwise I'll explain once again. Kishore?
Kishore?
Is he there? Kishore, you are on mute. అర్థమైందా? లేకపోతే ఇంకోసారి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేయాలా? పవర్ బి డెస్క్టాప్ లో చేయాలి. డెస్క్టాప్ నుంచి సర్వీస్ పబ్లిష్ చేస్తాడు. సర్వీస్ నుంచి డెస్క్టాప్ కి పబ్లిష్ చేయలేవు. దేర్ ఇస్ నో ఆప్షన్. ఓకే, డెస్క్టాప్ నుంచే, పవర్ బి డెస్క్టాప్ నుంచే పవర్ బి సర్వీస్ కి పబ్లిష్ చేస్తావు. డెస్క్టాప్ లో కనిపించవు. అందుకే నేనేం చెప్తున్నానంటే, ఏవైతే చేంజెస్ అయితే చేయాలనుకుంటున్నావు, ఏవైతే చేంజెస్ యూజర్ ఇచ్చాడో ఆ చేంజెస్ నువ్వు పవర్ బి డెస్క్టాప్ లోనే చేయి. దట్ ఈస్ ద బెస్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్. సో నువ్వు ఈ చేంజెస్ అన్ని, స్మాల్ చేంజెస్ అన్ని పవర్ బి సర్వీస్ లో చేసినా కూడా యూ కెనాట్ పబ్లిష్ బ్యాక్ టు ద పవర్ బి డెస్క్టాప్. అది పాసిబుల్ కాదనమాట. దేర్ ఇస్ నో ఆప్షన్. సో బట్ you can do the changes in Power BI desktop. Okay, you can do the changes in Power BI desktop. You can publish to the Power BI service. This option is available. That is the best practice I can say. Okay, so simple. Kishore, let's forget about the changes in service. Okay, even a changes vaste, even a new changes vaste in existing report, you just go to the Power BI desktop and do the changes whichever they ask and publish it into the Power BI service. Clear? Idana clear? ఇది అర్థమైందా? నీకేమైనా చేంజెస్ వస్తే అవి పవర్ బి డెస్క్టాప్ లోకి వచ్చి ఆ రిపోర్ట్ ను పవర్ బి డెస్క్టాప్ లో ఓపెన్ చేసి ఆ చేంజెస్ అన్ని పవర్ బి డెస్క్టాప్ లో చేసి దెన్ పబ్లిష్ టు ద పవర్ బి సర్వీస్. సింపుల్ యాజ్. ఓకే, స్టిల్ కన్ఫ్యూజ్? చెప్పు పర్లేదు. సో ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ స్టిల్ ఎనీ కన్ఫ్యూజన్ దెన్ ఐ కెన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్. దట్ ఈస్ నాట్ ఇష్యూ. బట్ అదర్ గైస్, వాట్ అబౌట్ అదర్స్? పవన్, అర్థమవుతుందా?
మరి దీంట్లో చేస్తే మళ్ళీ దాంట్లోకి ఆటోమేటిక్గా పోతుందా, చేంజ్ చేస్తుందా?
ఆటోమేటిక్ గా యూ నీడ్ టు పబ్లిష్ ఇట్. పబ్లిష్ అనే ఆప్షన్ ఉంది కదా, పబ్లిష్ చేయాలి. ఈ చేంజెస్ చేసిన తర్వాత పబ్లిష్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఇట్ విల్ ఆస్క్ ద విచ్ వర్క్ స్పేస్ యూ వాంట్ టు పబ్లిష్ ఇట్. సో ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ వర్క్ స్పేస్ లోకి నువ్వు పబ్లిష్ చేయాలి. సో యాజ్ ఐ సెడ్, దిస్ ఇస్ ద వర్క్ స్పేస్, రైట్? అండ్ ఇన్ this is the workspace which the report is available. Self service external vendor. Okay, once you click on publish, it will ask all the workspace, and you need to select that self service external vendor workspace, and then select that and publish it, so that the new changes will be available in the existing report in Power BI service. Clear? Anybody any doubt?
సర్వీస్లో అయితే చేయకూడదు కదన్నా చేంజెస్?
Service either చేయకూడదు, that is not a best practice, because even though if you do the changes in the next time, if there are any major changes which is not possible in Power BI service, so you have to come to the Power BI desktop and you do the changes. And while you are publishing, if you forget to, if you are forgetting to do the same changes which you have done in Power BI service, then the changes which you have done in Power BI service will not be available in the Power BI service, because you are replacing the existing report with the new changes from Power BI desktop to the Power BI service. Okay?
Okay.
Clear?
Clear.
So confusion unte cheppandi, because this is the important also, because you do the changes, you have to do the changes and you need to publish. This is very frequent activity. Okay, very frequent activity. That is what I am saying. Any confusion, just let me know. I will tell you once again. Okay, no problem at all.
Rajesh, this can be done. ఇది మనం తర్వాత, like you said, theoretical, practical కూడా we can do it in practice.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm just this is the same way only I will do that, but I will show you. I will show you that is also. That's not a problem.
Okay, Rajesh.
Yeah, clear, right? Yeah. So okay, so that is the use of Power BI service. So Power BI service is a Power BI desktop, and Power BI service is a very two important features. And the second and the third one is Power BI. So data gateway. What is Power BI gateway? Okay. Then in interview also they will definitely ask the question. Definitely 100% it will ask. What is Power BI gateway? Okay. Once you deploy the report, okay, once you will deploy the report from Power BI desktop to the Power BI service, deploy, publish, everything is same. Okay, I'll just use a different terminology. That is okay. You don't confuse. Once you deploy the Power BI report in Power BI service, then you need to refresh. You need to refresh the data in your report. Right? Otherwise, there is no use of creating report, right? So today you create a report, and the report has to be refreshed every day, right? That the new data needs to be updated, right? That in every scenario, in every tool, every reporting tool, you create a report, and then the report has to be updated every day automatically, right? You don't need to do every time manually. So the manual activity to be avoided, right? So you create the report, create చేసినావు. ఓకే, రిపోర్ట్ క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆ రిపోర్ట్ డైలీ రిఫ్రెష్ అవ్వాలి కదా. డైలీ రిఫ్రెష్ అవ్వకుంటే వాట్ ఈస్ ద యూస్? సో ఈ రోజు క్రియేట్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఈ రోజు డేటా అవైలబుల్ ఉంటుంది, లేటెస్ట్ డేటా. బట్ టుమారో ఈ ఎస్టర్డే డేటా కనపడాలంటే సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు రిఫ్రెష్ ద డేటా, రైట్? సో అండ్ దట్ ద ప్రాసెస్, దట్ రిఫ్రెష్ ప్రాసెస్ హ్యాస్ టు బి automatic, right? Otherwise you don't go every day and you don't go do the manual refresh. That is not the best way. So that is the reason it has to be refreshed automatically. For example, I develop the report, okay, and publish the report in Power BI service, and now this report data and this report will show the show the yesterday data. Okay, yesterday data. Okay, and next day I want to see the for example tomorrow I want to see the today's data. I want to see the today's data. Okay, tomorrow I'm saying, okay, for example tomorrow I want to see the today's data. So today's data, I want to see the today's data. I want to see the today's data in the report. Okay, I want to see the data in the report. That is what you need to have. So how can you enable that? How can you enable auto refresh? Enable auto. So that's what I'm saying. So we have to avoid the manual refreshes. How can you enable auto refresh in your report? Okay. Manual refresh also you can do that, but that we have to avoid. In rare cases we need to go for it. Okay, manual refresh also you can do that. But that is not doable for every time. So that is not doable for any time because that is not possible for every day. Okay, so in this case, what you can do? You can enable the schedule refresh. Enable that schedule refresh. Okay, to enable the schedule refresh, we need to have enable the schedule refresh. To enable the schedule refresh, we need to use data gateways. Okay, data gateway. In simple term, I will tell you. Okay, in simple term, I'll tell you what is gateway. Okay, what is the gateway? But this is how you do. I mean, you can explain in a detail when we interview last month. So you can explain very detailed way so that you will understand that okay, he's already worked on it. Okay, he's already worked on it. So gateway is a bridge between source to the Power BI service. Okay, gateway is a bridge between Power BI source to the, for example, Excel or SQL or Microsoft Azure and any source. Okay, it is a bridge between source to the Power BI service. Okay, it is a bridge between Power BI source to the source to the Power BI service.
Gateway, you can transfer to on-premises to cloud.
Sorry?
You can transfer data from on-premises to cloud.
Yeah, exactly. So as I said, like once you publish the reports, in simple description I will tell you, but this is a detailed explanation. Okay, detailed explanation, but simple terms I can tell you. Once you publish the reports to the Power BI service, published to the Power BI service, then you need a bridge. You need a bridge which can let the Power BI cloud model to connect. Yeah, you are correct, Kishore. Like so, model to connect to your on-premises data source. Okay, on-premises data source. Okay, on-premises data source during the refresh. And that bridge is data gateway. Data gateway. Simple. Okay. So once you publish the report, once you publish the reports to the reports to the Power BI service, and then you just need a bridge between source to the Power BI service. You just need a bridge which can let the Power BI cloud model connect to your cloud model, connect to your on-premises data source to get the latest data, on-premises data source, and during the refresh, okay, it's not polished up, okay, then it will be sent during the refresh, and okay, during the refresh, now it's good stuff, and that data gateway, that the bridge is data gateway. Clear? Arthamainda? Any queries?
ఒకసారి మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి సార్, మీరు ఇది gateway ఈ లాస్ట్ టైం మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి సార్ ఒకసారి.
Yeah, so for example, what I'm saying is same for example, no report create చేసినావు, రిపోర్ట్ ని పవర్ బి సర్వీస్ లో పబ్లిష్ చేసినావు. ఓకే, పవర్ బి పబ్లిష్ చేసిన తర్వాత ఆ రిపోర్ట్ ఎవ్రీడే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అప్డేట్ అవ్వాలి, రైట్? ఆటోమేటిక్ గా అప్డేట్ అవ్వాలంటే సో ద డేటా అనేది సోర్స్ నుంచి డేటా పిక్ చేయాలి. సోర్స్ నుంచి ఏదైతే చేంజెస్ రికార్డ్స్, న్యూ రికార్డ్స్ వచ్చినాయో, సోర్స్ న్యూ రికార్డ్స్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ టేబుల్స్ లో ఆ డేటాని నువ్వు పవర్ బి రిపోర్ట్ లో కనిపించాలి కదా. ఆ చేంజెస్ నువ్వు రిపోర్ట్ డెవలప్ చేసినావు. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ హియర్ you develop the report, okay, you develop the report in Power BI desktop and you publish to the Power BI service. Okay, today you publish to the Power BI service, and next day whatever the changes వచ్చాయో ఆ టేబుల్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ లో ఏదైతే సోర్స్ ఉందో, సో దీనికి there is a source type called Denodo. Okay, this is one type of source. Okay, Denodo is the source. Okay, Denodo is the source where we are getting the data, where we are fetching the data. Okay, where we are extracting the data. All are same only. Fetching, getting, extracting. Okay, we are extracting the data. So the ఇక్కడ డినోడోలో అయితే ఏవైతే చేంజెస్ ఉన్నాయో ఆ చేంజెస్ అన్ని ఎవ్రీడే ఆటోమేటిక్ గా మనకి ఈ రిపోర్ట్ లో అప్డేట్ అవ్వాలి కదా, పవర్ బి సర్వీస్ లో అప్డేట్ అవ్వాలి కదా ఆటోమేటిక్ గా. సో అలా అప్డేట్ అవ్వాలంటే ఏం కావాలి? సో యూ నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ దట్ గేట్వే. ఓకే, యూ నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ దట్ గేట్వే వేర్ ఇట్ నీడ్స్ టు ఫెచ్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్ this Denodo source to the Power BI service. Okay, on-premises data source to the service. Okay, అందుకే మనం డేటా గేట్ అనేది ఇంపార్టెంట్ అనమాట. అర్థమైందా? లేకపోతే కెన్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ వన్స్ అగైన్?
సో ఒకసారి చెప్పండి, డినోడో నుంచి ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్ చేస్తాము సార్ మనము.
డినోడో అంటే దట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఇస్ సోర్స్, దట్ వన్ సోర్స్ అంతే. డినోడో అనేది వన్ సోర్స్. It might be SQL, okay, it might be Excel, it might be Oracle, it might be SAP, anything. You need to have the data gateway to refresh the data, to get the latest data from source to the Power BI service, Power BI cloud service. Okay, అందుకే గేట్వే కావాలి to refresh automatically every day, so to avoid the manual refresh. Still confused? అర్థమైందా మీద వాళ్ళకన్నా? కిషోర్ నీకు అర్థమైందా?
అది ఎస్క్యూఎల్ కానీ లేకపోతే ఎక్సెల్ కానీ ఏదైనా ఉండొచ్చు, సో ఆ సోర్స్ లోకి డేటా అనేది క్లయింట్స్ వాళ్ళే పుష్ చేస్తారా, లేకపోతే అది వాళ్ళకి ఎలా వస్తుంది?
ఆ డేటా బిజినెస్ ఎంట్రీస్ ఉంటాయి కదా, సోర్స్ సైడ్ బిజినెస్ ఎంట్రీస్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ డేటా యూ డోంట్ నీడ్ టు వరీ అబౌట్ దట్. whatever the new data is entered, or whatever the new data is available in source information or source tables, that data needs to be updated in Power BI service. That is our task, right? That is the task of data gateway. Our data ekkada nunchi vastundi, ekkada store ayyundi, that is not our issue. For example, I have taken the customer and material data, and based on that I have created a report. Okay, whatever the entries they are doing in the source, the data should be available in our report. That is our task, right? That is our task. See, source లో ఏదైతే ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఉందో ఆ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ అంతా మనకు మన రిపోర్ట్ లో కావాలి, మన రిపోర్ట్ లోకి అప్డేట్ అవ్వాలి ఎవ్రీ డే. That is the task of data gateway. As simple as that. Okay.
We can cover these topics again.
Sorry?
In class, you can cover these topics again.
Yeah. I will show you, like, but we cannot install the gateways because I will not have a permissions, and I cannot do that. But I can show you, like, where you go to the where you install the gateways and all. For example, if I go here, okay, we go here, and if you see manage gateways, okay, manage gateways, don't save. So there, these are the sources. Okay, these are the sources. See, Denodo, Natasen, Denodo, Tom. These are the data sources. Denodo production, and these are the data gateways. And this is the gateway clusters. And then these are the actual production gateways. So this is the production gateway. So there will be gateway for development, gateway for testing, and gateway for production. Okay, you can do that also. Okay. But I will show you, like, where you need to install and how you can install the data gateway.
Yeah, in upcoming classes.
Yeah, upcoming classes, yes, definitely, I will show you. See, so if we go here and beside the profile, so if you go here, and then you can see option called download data gateway, download data gateway. If you click on it, it will take us to the internet browser, and there are two types of gateways. Okay, I will explain you these two types of gateways, how it will be used and what is the use of that. But in organization, we use only standard mode or enterprise mode. Personal mode is only used for your personal purpose, so you cannot use that in your organization. Okay, not your organization. So you just need to always consider standard mode or enterprise mode, you can say. So both are same only, standard mode or enterprise mode. So in interview also they will ask how many types of data gateways we have. So you can say we have enterprise mode or standard mode. Enterprise or standard both are same. So we have enterprise mode and the personal mode. Okay, they will ask you, okay, what is the difference between standard mode and enterprise mode, standard mode and personal mode. Then you can explain. I will explain you tomorrow what is the difference between standard mode and
Even we can explain the standard mode is everyone should be active, right?
Exactly. Standard mode can be shared and can be reusable for multiple users. Personal mode is only used for the personal purpose. By using the naming also, you can come to know that. Okay. Clear? I will explain you once coming classes also, but to brief, like, to make you at least a brief idea, like what is a power based service, what is a gateway, what is a desktop, and everything. I'm just telling you. Okay. So tomorrow we will talk about the different types of gateways, and then we will talk about remaining, like, report server and mobile app. Okay, report server and mobile app and report builder. Okay, these three options we will cover it, and then Friday I will start creating a report. Okay, I will start creating a report. Okay, maybe Monday. So as Kishore said that I need to have Saturdays also. So is everybody okay for the Saturday classes also? If everybody is okay and Saturday class, then I will take it. But otherwise, we can.
Okay, Anna.
Okay, right, for 1 hour.
Yeah, okay.
But it will not be morning only. It will be some other time. I will tell the timing also. Okay.
Sir, I guess you can do this Saturday because it's the festival day.
Saturday is festival. I think this
main festival, right?
So we can. So we will not take the classes this Saturday. I forgot actually. So from next week onwards, I can take the class on Saturday actually. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, na? So this Saturday, because festival gara, so andaru busy untaru festival lo, so we can exclude this Saturday, but from next Saturday onwards I will take it if everybody is okay.
Yeah, if everybody is okay.
Okay, so just take this information. Okay, just take this information. But tomorrow I will cover all other options also, all other features. Then I will send that notepad. Okay, I will send that notepad. All at one time. Okay, but see, just understand, just remember these points and just remember the bullet points: Power BI service, Power BI desktop, Power BI gateway, and just prepare the notes. Just take the information from Google. Take the information from Google. If you type it directly here, like for example, what is Power BI desktop? You can directly type it here. Okay. Just type it. What is Power BI desktop? It will be, the description will be the different. Okay, see, Power BI desktop is a business intelligence tool provided by Microsoft. It is a Windows application that you can download for free from your internet and easily install in your personal computer. It will help you to connect with your data and load the data and transform into the meaningful information. So this description is quite enough to explain to the interviewers. Okay, and what is Power BI service? Okay, just type it. What is Power BI service? Okay. So what is Power BI service? See, Power BI is a cloud-based business analytics service that allows you to connect to interact the data with a higher rate performance and intelligence. It related to people very variety of data. Okay, so the description will be the day, but any one of the description you can note it down and you can you can just have a look how it will work. See, you can vast variety of data, very easy to use the dashboards, powerful reports, and beautiful visualization that bring our data to the life. Okay, there are a few significant concepts like, see, workspace. I will explain you once it is come to the Power BI service. Okay, so first we need to focus on Power BI desktop. Okay, Power BI desktop, where we develop the reports, where we create the reports. So the Power BI service will come to the later part. So in Power BI service, there are so many concepts we have. Okay, in Power BI desktop, there are so many concepts. Okay, see, this is Power BI desktop, and this is a visual. This is filter pane. This is visualization pane, and the properties, and this is a fields pane. And the same way here, see, you can see this is the visual. This is a report tab, and this is data tab, and this is the model tab. Okay, this is the model tab. So like that, we have so many options we have. So just need to focus on Power BI desktop first, and then we'll go to the Power BI service. Okay, clear? So what I mean to say is, like, so search it in Google, have note it down somewhere, or just make a note, like, so you can, I think everybody will have one note, right? So just write down in all the information in one note. Okay, all the information in, like, what is Power BI desktop, what is Power BI desktop, and then copy this information. Okay, copy this information. Okay, this is Power BI service, right? So just copy this information and put it there. So it will not go anywhere. Okay, so there is no need to save. It will all save in cloud, right? So this is OneNote is a cloud one. So just copy and paste it. Then it will save for you. And whenever you want to, whenever you attend the interviews, then you just refer it. Okay. Before attending the interview, just refer it. Then it will be easy for you to crack the interviews. That's what I mean to say. Okay. Clear? Sorry, Vikrant?
No, Kishore.
Kishore, yeah.
This is ETL tool, right?
Voice break అవుతుంది కిషోర్.
స్నోఫ్లెక్స్ కూడా ETL టూలే కదా?
స్నోఫ్లేక్ అంటున్నావు నువ్వు? Snowflake is the latest tool. That is a data warehouse. That is a cloud. That is also cloud technology, but that is not a Microsoft tool. Okay. Snowflake is also ETL tool, where you do all the extraction, transformation, and loading. Everything you do that.
Same like a Power BI.
Same like a Power BI, but it is advanced level. But see, like Snowflake, we will not use for the reporting purpose. Snowflake we will use for the data storage and maintaining the data, and like a SQL, we can say. Okay, it is not a reporting tool actually. So by using Snowflake you can create reports in Power BI, but Snowflake we will not use as a reporting tool. Snowflake we will use as a data warehouse. Okay, we will use as a data warehouse. For example, if I go here, if I search it, Yeah, Kishore. You are asking something?
No. Okay.
See, Snowflake. See, this is a database. This is one kind of database.
Like
But it is,
Azure.
yeah, like Azure. It is a cloud database. It's same like Azure, but even though it is more advanced than Azure, because you can get the data from Azure to the Snowflake. So there are three types of cloud technologies which you can get it into the Snowflake. One is AWS, okay. One is AWS, Amazon Web Service. Other one is Azure, okay, Azure, and third one is Google Cloud. Okay, these three we have: Google Cloud Platform, GCP, AWS, and Azure. These three we can get into the Snowflake. Okay, Snowflake is recently everybody is talking about the Snowflake because it is recently launched and it is booming. But nowadays, companies are very big companies they are using, but small companies they are not using. Okay, very big companies like TCS and IBM and all, they are using Snowflake. But even though big companies also, they are not yet migrated all their data into the Snowflake. They are using other cloud sources because it is recently introduced. Recently it is booming.
Yeah, recently the people is related to this like queries because of it. But we have future for that, right?
Yeah, I think it will. The Snowflake will be the future as a data warehouse, but Power BI will not go anywhere because even though you are using a Snowflake, so based on that Snowflake data, the reports needs to be created in Power BI desktop. Power BI tool. Okay, that will be more advanced. See, you have a data and the report, because Power BI. Why we need to use Power BI means Power BI has so much capability to create reports in a different ways. So much capability, and it has so many visuals and so many options we have, and so much flexibility we have compared to the other reporting tools. That is the reason, even if we are using Snowflake, the ultimate target will be Power BI only, where the companies will create reports in Power BI. So that's what I can say. Okay, you have a source as a Snowflake, but you will create the reports in Power BI only.
Yeah.
Okay, clear for today?
Yeah, it's a clear, sir.
Okay.